Lacey.
And I'm Kate. Today we're going to be talking about the Paper Towns book and the Paper Towns movie.
Yes.
So what is your opinion on the book, Cece?
I really like the book. And the movie. What about you?
I liked it. Okay, so for people who haven't read the Paper Towns book, it's really good.
It's amazing. You should read it. It's about a guy who this girl who he's had a crush on for basically his entire life, who's kind of this like crazy out there person.
They were like really good friends when they were like really young.
But then she was cool and he was nerdy, so they kind of felt.
Nerdy people are cool.
Like me. But she was cool in terms of like what makes high schoolers cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of drifted apart, and so they go on this big adventure one night. We're not going to ruin it, but they go on this big adventure, and then she disappears, and he has to kind of figure out where she might have gone, and in the process figure out who she is as a person.
So anyways, please leave if you have not read the book.
Shoot! What are you doing with your life? Go read the book!
So first we'll talk about our favorite part.
I have a favorite part. The road trips. They were funny. Like,
They were
I was
funny.
gonna come up with some, like, interesting reason why they were my favorite, but, like, they were fun. They put Nair on that kid's eyebrow. Like, I liked that.
And then the second road trip was great at the gas station.
Oh my god, can we
Can we
shout
talk
out?
about the-
Can we talk about the gas station? Can we have a shout out to the shirt? The shirt with
The
the
shirt.
Confederate flag that they
Because
didn't take out of the movie.
Exactly. It's
It would have been really easy to take it out. It would have been really easy to say, like, this has become a thing because of this awful issue with the gunman, and so we shouldn't include it in this, like, teenager movie that's not about anything, that's not supposed to be about politics.
like it was just so much more relevant.
Yeah, it made a point. It said, this is crazy. This concept of keeping the Confederate flag around as heritage, it's insane.
And then can we talk about the scene in the movie at the gas station when they were checking out?
I love him.
So, if you hadn't picked it up from the video in the past, we did get to see John Green at the Paper Towns tour, and we got to see the movie a week before it came out.
It was so exciting.
He was in the theater with us.
Yeah, we could have touched him. We could have like jumped over 3 seats and gotten ourselves
Except
arrested.
we
Especially if you saw John Green before he spoke to you.
If you're gonna talk, maybe you should talk so people on the internet can actually hear.
John Green spoke to us like a human. Did that work? I think they could hear.
Sure.
I liked getting to know Lacey.
Yeah, I did
I
too.
thought that was nice.
Oh, I really like the scene in the bathroom at the party where Lacey's like, I don't want people to look at me and just like think about my appearance, but actually like who I am.
You know, Lacey is kind of generically what the popular stereotype is, and they're saying still, despite being this, she's not actually what everyone thinks of popular girls.
Yeah, and when you read the book, you kind of think that that's how she's gonna be or you kind of think that she's gonna be like this generic popular girl throughout the whole book, which I don't like because it just takes away from people like thinking. It would ruin kind of the point of the book, I think.
Margot
Is
interesting, I think, partially because she's not uncomplicatedly a good person. The fact that she's figuring things out doesn't excuse the fact that she does some things that are pretty messed up. And she's kind of mean to the people around her and just doesn't care about them in the way that they maybe care about her. What was the quote from Lacey?
Or she says something about like, well, Margot would never do this for me.
I think that the movie's saying that, and the book is saying that, you don't have to be that kind of person. That's not the only way to be valuable as a human. Do you think that Q figured anything out about himself over the course of the movie and the book? This was a part that I maybe wasn't as pleased with about the book, because it didn't really feel like he learned much.
I mean, I think he learned not to see people, like, not to kind of assume things
Right, he
about
got
people.
life lessons about other people. But, like, I feel like all of the revelations about Q in the book came from Margot, which was a little weird. Feels like he should have learned something about who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he did?
I mean, I think some of it was like he was so obsessed with Margot that he didn't necessarily have time for that, which I think isn't necessary, like, is what he realizes at the end, like, that was wrong.
That makes sense. That sort of, like, the next part of his life will be about him. This part was about Margot, and, like, you can't define yourself by, like, figuring out somebody else.
Mhm.
Especially because you're never going to figure them out. She doesn't even know who she is. How could he figure her out? That seems like a good lesson.
Like, I've heard a lot of criticism of the book, or people saying that Margot is, like, people have criticized John Green for writing a book where they think Margot is this, like, stereotypically, like, girl, like, teenage girl who, like, is eccentric and, like, or, like,
To those people, I would say,
read the
book on her
Yeah.
face.
The reason that they show her like that in the book is because the main character thinks of her in the book, and the whole point of the book is for the main character to not see her that way.
So yeah.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
So, bye. We had fun making this video.
I had more fun doing that.